about how we don't really take the time to get to know one another. And because we don't take the time to get to know one another, we make all our decisions based on fear. Who, in my mind, I wanted to have a featured artist on it. And I kept thinking, who is, in my eyes, like who's super iconic? Like, who do I look up to?
She's the best-selling female artist of all time, the woman who redefined pop music and the mastermind behind some of the most profitable tours ever. We're talking about none other than Madonna, the queen of pop and one of the richest musicians to ever live. But how did she amass such an enormous fortune? From record-breaking album sales to touring empires, from legendary endorsement deals to mind-blowing royalties, today we're breaking down Madonna's biggest paychecks. And trust me, some of these numbers will blow your mind. Before we dive into Madonna's album sales, we need to talk about her iconic singles, because this is where the real money started rolling in. It all started with Holiday, 1983, which brought in $10 million from worldwide sales, streaming, and licensing. Borderline and Lucky Star followed, each pulling in another $8 million, and just like that, Madonna was on her way to becoming a music powerhouse. Then came Like a Virgin, 1984, a global phenomenon that sold over 6 million copies, generating a massive $40 million. And let's not forget Material Girl, which not only made $15 million in sales, but also landed Madonna major endorsement deals, including a $1 million contract with Macy's. By 1986, Madonna was unstoppable. Papa Don't Preach earned her $20 million in sales and royalties, while Open Your Heart added another $12 million. Then La Isla Bonita exploded, selling over 5 million copies, making her $18 million richer. And then came Like a Prayer, a pop culture revolution. It earned Madonna $25 million in revenue, plus an extra $5 million from the controversial Pepsi deal that got pulled, but Madonna kept every dollar. Express Yourself and Cherish added another $10 million each, proving that every song Madonna touched turned to gold or platinum. Then came the 90s, and Madonna reinvented herself again. Vogue was a cultural reset, making her $30 million between sales, licensing, and live performances. Justify My Love shocked the world, and its controversial music video ban only made it sell more, bringing in $15 million. Erotica and Deeper followed, pulling in $10 million combined, while Take a Bow became one of her biggest ballads, generating $18 million in revenue. Then came the 2000s, and Madonna proved she was still on top. Music made her $25 million, Don't Tell Me added another $12 million, and Die Another Day, the James Bond theme song, brought in $14 million. But one of her biggest digital hits was Hung Up, 2005, which sampled ABBA and sold over 9 million copies, raking in a jaw-dropping $30 million. Then 4 Minutes with Justin Timberlake became a global hit, earning her $22 million, followed by Give Me All Your Lovin', which added $10 million more to her fortune. Even today, Madonna's classics still pull in millions annually from streaming royalties. Just from Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, her songs bring in at least $5 million every year, and that's just from her back catalog. But if you thought these single paychecks were insane, just wait until you hear about her record-breaking album sales. Madonna isn't just the queen of pop, she's also one of the best-selling artists of all time, with over 300 million albums sold worldwide. And with each album, the paychecks just kept getting bigger and bigger. Let's start with her self-titled debut album, 1983. It wasn't an instant smash, but once Holiday, Lucky Star, and Borderline started climbing the charts, it went on to sell over 10 million copies, earning Madonna $30 million in revenue. Then came Like a Virgin, 1984, the album that turned her into a global megastar. It sold 21 million copies, generating an estimated $60 million for Madonna. True Blue, 1986, took things to another level. With hits like Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, and La Isla Bonita, the album shattered records, selling 25 million copies and pulling in $75 million. But then came Like a Prayer, 1989, which wasn't just an album, it was a cultural phenomenon. It sold 15 million copies and brought in $50 million. And that's not even counting her Pepsi deal, which added another $5 million. And she got to keep the money even after the ad got cancelled. The 90s saw Madonna reinvent herself once again. Erotica, 1992, sparked controversy but still sold 6 million copies, making her $20 million. Then Bedtime Stories, 1994, followed, selling 8 million copies and generating $25 million. But her biggest-selling album, The Immaculate Collection, 1990. This greatest hits album became one of the best-selling compilation albums of all time, selling 30 million copies and bringing in over $90 million for Madonna. Then came Ray of Light, 1998, an electronic masterpiece that sold 16 million copies and made Madonna $50 million. In the 2000s, Madonna continued dominating the charts. Music, 2000, sold 11 million copies, adding $35 million to her fortune, while American Life, 2003, pulled in $15 million despite mixed reactions. And then came Confessions on a Dance Floor, 2005, which sold 10 million copies and made Madonna $40 million, all while proving she was still the undisputed queen of pop. Even her later albums like MDNA, 2012, and Rebel Heart, 2015, still pulled in millions, selling over 2 million copies each and making Madonna $10 million per album. But here's the real kicker. Madonna still earns millions every year from album streaming, licensing, and reissues. It's estimated that just her back catalog brings in $7 to $10 million annually, making her one of the highest-paid artists, even decades after her peak. But if you thought these album paychecks were insane, just wait until you see the mind-blowing numbers behind her touring empire. If there's one thing Madonna does better than anyone, it's touring. She's not just a performer, she's a billion-dollar machine when it comes to live shows. Let's start with her first major tour, the Who's That Girl World Tour, 1987. This was when Madonna went from pop star to global icon, pulling in $25 million from just 38 shows, an unheard of amount at the time. But things got even bigger with the Blonde Ambition Tour, 1990. This wasn't just a tour, it was a cultural phenomenon. With 57 shows, it grossed $62.7 million, a record-breaking number for a female artist at the time. Then came The Girly Show, 1993, which brought in $70 million from just 39 performances. But the real game-changer, the Drowned World Tour, 2001, which raked in $75 million with only 47 shows, proving that Madonna was still a box office powerhouse even after nearly 2 decades in the industry. And that was just the beginning. The Reinvention Tour, 2004, grossed $125 million in just 56 shows, making it the highest-grossing tour of the year. Then the Confessions Tour, 2006, shattered records again, pulling in $194 million from only 60 shows, the highest-grossing tour by a female artist at the time. But the Sticky and Sweet Tour, 2008 to 2009, took things to a whole new level. With 85 shows, it made an insane $411 million, officially becoming the highest-grossing tour by a solo artist ever at the time. That's right, Madonna wasn't just breaking records, she was setting new industry standards. Even her later tours, like the MDNA Tour, 2012, which made $305 million, and Rebel Heart Tour, 2015 to 2016, which brought in $169.8 million, proved that Madonna was still the undisputed queen of touring. And now, with her Celebration Tour, 2023 to 2024, projected to cross $300 million, Madonna is proving once again that no one, not even artists half her age, can compete with her touring empire. So, after making over $1.5 billion from tours alone, what's next for Madonna's unstoppable wealth? Well, here's the real kicker. Madonna's business empire and investments make her even more millions every year. But just how much is she raking in outside of music? Let's break it all down. Albums and touring aren't the only ways Madonna makes money. She's also a brilliant businesswoman. From her $120 million Live Nation deal to her MDNA skin beauty brand, Madonna's side ventures have added hundreds of millions to her fortune. She's also made millions from film roles, including her $10 million paycheck for Evita. Her real estate empire is just as impressive, with mansions in New York, London, and Beverly Hills worth over $100 million combined. Madonna isn't just one of the richest musicians of all time, she's a billionaire icon who changed the music industry forever. But the real question is, which legendary artist should we cover next? Drop a comment below and let us know who you want to see in the next episode of Legendary Paychecks.